At the end of the demonstrations of May 15th, which is also now the name of the movement, May 15th, both in Madrid and Barcelona, a few people, like 20, 30, decided to camp in the main squares of the cities to discuss about what to do. Okay, we protest, and then what? And then when they found themselves sleeping there and discussing there the whole night, they started to tweet to their friends. So the following day there were not tens but hundreds, and then the hundreds tweeted their friends, and then the following day there were thousands, and that kept growing.
¿Cuál se escucha más? ¿Cuál se oye más, este o...? Este. ¿El 1 o el 2? Pues usaremos el 2.
So the movement as such started with a big premise. The most important thing is to change the institutions, the political institutions that do not represent us. In that sense, they echoed all this public opinion perception that we are powerless because our representatives do not represent us. And that's overwhelming feeling in the entire Europe, and actually very much also now in the United States after the crisis with the trust in Obama.
What happened in Portugal?
What happened in Portugal was a movement called Geração Arrasca that took the streets. But before taking the streets, it took the social networks. It was fooled by what happened in a given moment in a concert hall. A group called Yolinda singing a song, which would be translated to English, How Stupid I Am, telling the story of a young generation of people with lots of hopes, but without real means to achieve their hopes. The social networks allowed for the song to be passed first, then the traditional media, television, radio and newspaper started giving attention to the event, and then we had 300,000 people on the streets of several Portuguese cities.
There is a big banner. The banner said, "We are slow because we go far." And that's the feeling. This is a big beginning. This is a new beginning. That's aftermath. The aftermath of the crisis is not only the social devastation, it's not only the political crisis, it's not only Greece going down, it's also an aftermath in terms of the reconnection between society and the political system. This notion that the political parties are eternal, that the political system is always the same, is a self-serving notion for people to be scared about the political emptiness. However, between the current moment, with total distrust, total disaffection vis-à-vis the political system, and the reconstruction of a new form of politics, not of new parties, there is a long historical transition, and many dangerous things can happen during that time. And therefore, what people in the movement are thinking these days are, well, in the meantime, let's be together. Let's trust each other. And if we are together, we create a new economic culture based on trust, respect, tolerance, and togetherness. And from there, we can wait, because we don't need the institutions to save our lives. Our lives are served by ourselves. And from there, we will have time to reconstruct the institution. It's a little bit utopian, but at least give me an alternative, because the other alternative is to rush into creating a new party in the next 6 months, which will be the same, because we'll be in the same system.
The question, the really big question, is about the state, and whether the state is a source of solidarity that helps citizens, or is mainly organized as a support for the global capitalist system.
We have to prepare for this situation where things are getting worse, and also that the center of the world is no more. in Europe or in the United States, and the center of the world has already shifted, and this is going to affect all of us.
We are really between two different reactions. People who are trying to go back and people who are trying to discover what the future could be. What doesn't work anymore is the present for anybody.
Lange tijd en wereldwijd zullen de gevolgen van de financieel-economische crisis voelbaar blijven.
When Google claims that they are not evil and they try not to be evil, and they try not to do evil, I think this may have worked in the first 4 or 5 years, but I think eventually they will end up very much like Apple.
De macht van internetgiganten lijkt geen grenzen meer te kennen. Maar gelukkig is er een meeslepend tegengeluid.
I'm not sure that the future is us connecting to each other. That already increasingly looks like the past.
In tegenlicht Yevgeny Morozov en zijn vlammende strijd tegen ongebreideld cyberoptimisme.